The big overall question, can peace lead to war? I know that the two words peace and war do not really belong together, but ultimately, the end of World War One is the cause of World War II. And so today we're going to concentrate on that big overall question, can peace lead to war? And then we're also going to concentrate on four sub questions that we're going to go over in the next couple of days. Just a note, the picture that you see on the screen besides me is a picture of the big four leaders of the Allied powers going in right before they signed the Treaty of Versailles. And so that is one of the rare pictures of those four gentlemen together. And as you can see, we have President Woodrow Wilson right there leading the team in to negotiate the end of this war. So let's move on to the sub questions. The four questions that we're going to focus on in this lesson is number one, what did President Woodrow Wilson mean by saying peace without victory? What does that mean? The second one is, what did Germany lose by signing the Treaty of Versailles? Question number three is, why was Germany to blame for World War One? And then the fourth question, which we're going to really get into in the next lesson on Thursday, is due to Germany having to pay reparations payment for the war, how did that lead into World War II? So let's look at that first question. What did President Woodrow Wilson mean by peace without victory? One thing about Mr. Wilson that people may not know is that Woodrow Wilson was an ultimate diplomat. Okay, and a diplomat is somebody that believes in going through the chain of command properly. Everything must be done in a dignified, proper way. Everything has to be written down. And so Woodrow Wilson believed that in order for us to have a good, clean ending to World War One, that no one is to take a victory in this one, that everyone has to take their own blame in the war. And so Woodrow really stressed this when they were going into the Treaty of Versailles, that no one should come out of there having a victory party, that they won. And that really did not work out too well in the end. Like I said, he was a diplomat. He believed in diplomacy, and so he took pride in his position as president of the United States, negotiating the end of World War One. And so again, he stressed that we need to end this war without any victors and just plan on rebuilding and working on recovering from the war itself. The next question I want to focus on today is, what did Germany gain? What did they lose by signing the Treaty of Versailles? And what I want you to look at is, I want you to go to the website and I want you to bring up the Treaty of Versailles. And I want you to pause the video, and I want you to take a minute, and I want you to look over that Treaty of Versailles, and with the grapes in mind, geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, and social structure, and the main causes of the war, militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. And I want you to think really hard on bringing those two elements together on what exactly did Germany lose in the war. So I want you to pause for a moment and look at the Treaty of Versailles. And then when you're done looking it over, hit the play button, and we'll continue with today's lecture. Now, hopefully, when you look through the Treaty of Versailles, you realize that geography was a huge part of the Treaty of Versailles. Germany had to give up the prime land of Alsace-Lorraine, which France was fighting for. They have fought over hundreds and hundreds of years over this small parcel of land, but that parcel of land is very profitable. They also had to give up rights to Belgium and all of their imperialistic claims across the world. That means Asia and Africa and South America. Germany had give up their claims on those connections, those imperialistic countries. And so Germany and geography and imperialism, it was just a huge hit for them. Another thing that was mentioned in the Treaty of Versailles was economics. And economics, Germany got hit hard with this one. And I connected economics to militarism. Going into World War I, militarism, building up the military was the number one focus of the economy. Factories, everybody had some type of employment with the government through the military, and so through the Treaty of Versailles, they had to cut their military, and so that meant jobs, okay, and major unemployment. People were not able to pay their bills because the main industry was cut. Also, I didn't mention in the PowerPoint is reparations. Okay, reparations is paying back all the other countries for the damages that they did during the war. So they were paying major dollars to France and Belgium to rebuild their countries, and they don't have the means to do so. Another connection that I want you to make is through political and economics and nationalism. Germany is a very proud country. And having to admit that they were to blame for the war and then have their economics and politics being controlled by an outside source, meaning the Allied powers, was hit hard. They were hit very hard. And in the next lesson, we're going to look at Germany in particular on what happened in Germany and what that whole idea of the economics playing a part of what they gave up in the war. Their pride was hit hard. Well, everybody was celebrating in the 1920s, the roaring 20s. Everybody was partying and having a good time. Germany was not. Okay, they were miserable. They were paying back for what happened during World War I. And so it leads to a lot of political uprisings in the future. We all know who that is. The little man with the funny mustache comes along. What was Germany blamed for the war? Why was Germany? Okay. Going into the Treaty of Versailles, the leaders of the nations did not want this to happen again. That's why they called this war the Great War, or the war to end all wars. They did not want this to happen again. And they did not follow Woodrow Wilson's idea of there should be no victors. They really wanted to stick it to Germany. And Germany had a plan. It's called the Wahlpflicht plan, which is a very aggressive political and economic movement that pushed all through Europe during World War I. And they just wanted to smash it. Okay, they just wanted Germany just to pay big time for instigating this war and this plan to take over Europe. Okay. Now the question that we're going to visit tomorrow in tomorrow's lesson is: did Germany's reparation payments end up causing World War II? It's coming soon. So I hope you guys have a great day. And don't forget to check in, add to your note section on the Google form and get it turned in. I'm grading as fast as I can. I'm so proud of you guys working hard during this crisis on keeping your education going. So have a great day.